The Fire Mountain in the quiet village of Ashvale, nestled in a valley surrounded by towering mountains, life was peaceful and predictable. The villagers lived simple lives, farming the fertile land and tending to their animals. But looming above them all was Fire Mountain, a dormant volcano that had not erupted in living memory. Its presence was a constant reminder of the powerful forces of nature that lay beneath the earth. Among the villagers was a young boy named Leo. Leo was adventurous and curious, always eager to explore the world around him. He loved to hear the old stories about Fire Mountain that the village elders told, tales of fire and ash, of fear and survival. Despite these stories, Leo was not afraid of the volcano. He often dreamed of climbing to its summit and seeing the world from its peak. One bright summer morning, as Leo was exploring the woods near the base of Fire Mountain, he noticed something strange. The ground beneath his feet felt warm, and there was a faint smell of sulfur in the air. He knelt down and placed his hand on the earth, feeling a slight tremor. His heart raced with excitement and fear. Could it be that Fire Mountain was waking up? Leo ran back to the village and told his father, Mr. Thompson, who was the village blacksmith. Mr. Thompson listened carefully and then gathered the village elders. They all went to the woods to see for themselves. The elders felt the warm ground and the tremors, and their faces grew serious. "We must prepare for the worst," said Elder Hargrove, the oldest and wisest of the villagers. "If Fire Mountain is waking up, we need to be ready to evacuate." The village buzzed with activity as everyone began to prepare. They gathered supplies, packed their belongings, and made plans to move to a neighboring village if necessary. Leo watched the preparations with a mixture of fear and excitement. He felt responsible for alerting the village, but he also wondered what it would be like if the volcano did erupt. Days passed, and the tremors grew stronger. One night, as Leo lay in bed, he heard a deep rumbling sound. He jumped up and looked out the window. To his horror, he saw a glow of red at the top of Fire Mountain. The volcano was erupting. "Father! Father!" Leo shouted, running to his parents' room. "Fire Mountain is erupting." Mr. Thompson sprang into action, waking the rest of the family and grabbing their packed bags. They rushed out into the village square, where other villagers were gathering, their faces filled with fear. "Stay calm, everyone," Elder Hargrove called out. "We need to move quickly and stay together. Follow the evacuation plan and head to the neighboring village." As the villagers began to move, Leo noticed something unusual. Old Man Turner, who lived alone at the edge of the village, was not among them. Leo remembered how Old Man Turner had always been kind to him, telling him stories and giving him small trinkets he had collected over the years. "Father, Old Man Turner isn't here," Leo said urgently. "We need to go get him." Mr. Thompson hesitated but then nodded. "Go quickly, Leo. But be careful." Leo ran through the village, the ground shaking beneath him and the sky glowing with the light of the eruption. He reached Old Man Turner's house and banged on the door. "Old Man Turner, we need to leave now. The volcano is erupting." The door creaked open, and Old Man Turner appeared, looking frail and confused. "Leo, what are you doing here?" "There's no time to explain," Leo said, grabbing his arm. "We need to go. Now." With surprising strength, Leo helped Old Man Turner down the path towards the village square. The air was thick with ash, and the sound of the eruption was deafening. They stumbled and tripped but kept moving, driven by the urgency of the situation. When they finally reached the village square, the last of the villagers were just leaving. Mr. Thompson saw them and ran over, helping Old Man Turner onto a cart that was being used to transport the elderly and children. "Thank you, Leo," Old Man Turner said, his voice shaking. "You saved my life." Leo nodded, feeling a surge of pride and relief. They joined the rest of the villagers and made their way to the neighboring village, the glow of Fire Mountain lighting their way. The next morning, as they reached safety, they looked back to see a plume of smoke and ash rising from Fire Mountain. The eruption had caused damage, but thanks to Leo's warning, everyone had escaped in time. The neighboring village welcomed them with open arms, providing food, shelter, and comfort. The villagers of Ashvale were grateful for their hospitality and began to rebuild their lives. Over time, they returned to their village, finding ways to repair the damage and move forward. Leo's bravery and quick thinking were celebrated by the villagers. He learned that courage is not the absence of fear but the ability to act despite it. His actions had saved lives and brought the village together in a time of crisis. The story of Leo and the eruption of Fire Mountain became a cherished legend in Ashvale, reminding everyone of the importance of bravery, community, and preparedness. Through his actions, Leo showed that even in the face of great danger, hope and courage could lead the way to safety and a brighter future. And so, the village of Ashvale thrived once more, with Fire Mountain standing as a silent guardian, a reminder of the power of nature and the strength of the human spirit.